Hello and welcome everyone to a brand new episode of Let's Play Dragon Quest XI. I'm your host Gamora, and we are back to Dragon Quest XI. Obviously, 'cause I just introduced the game. I don't know why I said been doing that recently, welcoming people to another episode of Dragon Quest XI, and then saying, "Oh, we're playing Dragon Quest XI." No, duh. All right, so we made it to Angri-La, this monk temple. Uh, the king of Heliodor told us it's got a sacred thing to it. I don't know. We're here to find out. We're still on the hero's individual kind of quest. We did everybody's except Veronica's and Serena's. I'm wondering if they're here. I guess we can pass by. Wait a minute. Is this a night? I was guarding the mountain gate when we were attacked by monsters. If the disciples hadn't come to my aid, I would surely have lost my life. We had blockaded their home at Sir Jasper's orders, but despite this, they saved my life and welcomed me into their home. I can hardly still believe it. I can still hardly believe it. Who's this? We found this man lying unconscious on the slopes of the mountain. He was gravely injured, but we were able to nurse him back to health. At first, we were wary of him for many moons. Now, the soldiers of Heliodor have laid siege to our temple, but it seems we had nothing to fear. He is a man of honor. Ethereal stone. We might as well take a nap. Jeez, I did not sleep that well last night. I'm getting tired as well. Haven't even barely been streaming for an hour. Might have to cut today's short, or today's recording short. Instead of doing 3 hours, maybe only two. Yeah, it's a good thing I decided not to do the speed run that I was planning tonight. I wasn't this tired like when I started the stream, but I was like, man, I had a long day, like physically tired. So maybe it's not a good idea I pick a game where I have to focus really hard on. Then I started playing, and now I'm just like drowsy. Might have to be shorter than that. This might be the last episode of the night. Only do an hour and a half stream. I guess we'll see how things go. Maybe some interesting stuff will happen. And this episode may end on a cliffhanger. You never know. Which is funny. Is like I can understand why people would like end like if it gets to a it doesn't always work, right? Because you can never unless you've played the game before, then maybe you can kind of plan it to end episodes at a cliffhanger. But since I've never played this game, I really don't think it's gonna help me, or it's not something I can plan. But ending games at a cliff or ending episodes at a cliffhanger, it even gets me excited because I'm like, oh man, I need to know what happens next. Sometimes I'll do an extra episode when I'm not planning. There's a book called "Don't Go Hungry: The Local Delicacies of Angri-La." Widely agreed that Angri-La's unique style of cooking grew out of the need to provide delicious nutrition for the monks to perform their grueling training while still adhering to a strict vegetarian diet. Perhaps the temple's most famous dish is the legendary Bam Bam noodles, which are served only at special festivals. Claims that this is the most delicious food in all the world are certainly not unfounded. The meal is said to symbolize pride in one's achievements, and anyone capable of making the arduous mountain climb in order to taste them firsthand has every reason to be pleased with themselves. Let's see. Tourist pamphlet entitled Girl About Town, Puerto Valor. Stay your day with a lazy morning, relax by the water, and enjoy a traditional breakfast of pancakes with coconut sauce and strong Valorian coffee. Then make your way to the beach where you can sun yourself while enjoying a good book and snacking on delicious tropical fruit. The sweet, juicy flavors of fresh Valorian produce simply can't be beaten. Once the day starts to cool, make your way to the casino and try your luck at the tables until it's time for dinner at the hotel's world-class restaurant. The chef's special is out of this world. Finally, sit at the bar on the beachside terrace, sipping a cocktail and losing yourself in the stunning saffron sunset where the bartender's arresting azure eyes. This is just one of many ways to while away a day in delectable Puerto Valor. If it sounds like your idea of fun, then don't delay. Start planning your trip today. It's such a weird book to have in a monk place. We're also going to steal from them. Get nothing to steal. Isn't that a weird book to have? Maybe someone from Puerto Valor came here and just decided to sneak that little piece of, you know, advertising in the bookshelf, hoping nobody would notice. Let's see what's going on out here. Just some old lady. Oh, there's actually an entrance. Or is this just the way back down? I guess let's keep going up. Let's go meet this kid. Just saw a load of disciples racing into the high hall. His Holiness must have summoned them. I've never seen them so excited before. I wonder what's going on. Well, somebody important has come to town. Welcome, Luminary. This is the High Hall of Angela. His Holiness awaits you within.
I welcome you once again to Angela, honored luminary. As I believe you know, it is my privilege to serve as High Lama of this most sacred temple.
I am to address you as Your Holiness, correct? Might I ask what you and your people know of my companion?
Why, everything, of course. We have awaited his coming ever since the day he entered this world in the castle of Dundrasil.
Waiting for him? What do you mean?
I mean exactly what I say, nothing more. Tell me, do you recognize the symbol on this banner?
Well, he knows where we're born.
It is the emblem of Dundrasil. Since the age of heroes, the princes of that nation have come here to train with us for 6 years of their youth. Your young friend was born a prince of Dundrasil. Thus did we expect him to come here as a boy and study under the great Grand Master Pang.
Ooh, we're gonna run into Rab.
Sadly, that was not to be.
He's gotta be here, right? Training
So if
under
fate had
Grandmaster
been
Pang.
kinder, you would have spent a good part of your childhood here. What of his tutor, this Grand Master Pang you speak of?
When the Lord of Shadows brought the world tree low, the Master set out to summon a magical mandala to protect the temple from destruction. The spell succeeded, but its power was too great. Grand Master Pang did not return.
Yo, wasn't that the name of the lady?
Noble sacrifice indeed.
Now that the Master is gone, it falls to me to guide you. Come to the field of discipline. It lies behind this hall. There is something you must see.
I guess I was wrong. Who is that lady again training
It is a shame that the Grand Master
Rab?
cannot be here. I would have liked to meet one so noble. Come, let us see what His Holiness has in store.
Man, he, Hendrik is so pushy for someone who's supposed to be following me. Sure likes giving us a lot of orders. It is my honor to serve as chief instructor of this temple. If Dundrasil had not fallen, I would have trained you as a child according to the instructions of Grandmaster Pang. No doubt you are eager to undertake the training that is your birthright. But first, pray speak with His Holiness. He awaits you by the entrance to the field of this discipline, which stands behind the temple. You know, sometimes games will do this. Like, there'll be like a point where like you get trained by somebody, but then it doesn't make you any stronger. I seriously hope if we're gonna go through some like training montage or whatever, that by the end of it we get a boost. Kind of like in Final Fantasy IV, when you go from I think his name is Cecil. And you go from go from the Dark Knight to a paladin. I think it gives you somewhat of a boost, but not a lot. I wish it was a little more. My friend was chosen to be the new High Lama. Now he's the most important person in Angela, after the Grand Master, and everyone has to do what he says. Amazing, isn't it? He's only the same age as me, but we couldn't be more different. Hmm. Is this where we're supposed to go? Welcome, Luminary. This is the Grand Master's chamber. It is where Grandmaster Pang herself resided until that fateful day. Oh, so it is a female. So maybe she got. Maybe she just didn't come back because she didn't want to. She's training Rab. I don't know. And I'm just not wrong. And whoever is training Rab is also called Pang. It is also where you would have awoken each morning if you had come here when you were a child and trained with us as you were supposed to. Hmm. Everybody's talking about sleeping. Now I'm falling asleep. Oh, $2. On the nature of the naughty stick. Oh, that sounds like you're getting a whipping for not doing what you're supposed to do. The Grand Master of Angela wields a mighty weapon whose name echoes through the ages. I speak not of the wave cutter scimitar, nor the staff of torn clouds. No, I speak of the naughty stick. The origins of this legendary tool of instruction can be traced back to the very founding of Angela. It is said that the stick itself chose the very first Grand Master. Some believe that it was carved from a branch of Yggdrasil, and that even a dragon could not break it, though it tried with all its might. Of course, it is best known for its use in punishing young monks for lapsing of focus. The pain it inflicts is rumored to be so severe that acolytes fear that their very souls have been spanked from their bodies. You know, whoever was training Rab had two sticks with hands on them. Were those called naughty sticks? I don't remember that either. The Sutra of Angela. The master teaches the man that the man is the world and the world is man. To devote oneself to good deeds is to serve the world. To bring goodness into the world is to protect it. The master teaches that through suffering we learn ease, that through sadness we learn of joy. To love mankind and thereby the world, this is our duty. Man is the world, goodness serves the world. Learn good things from bad and thereby love the world. These are the wisdom of Angela, realm beyond the clouds. These are the precipices by which we live. By which we live. Okay. Was expecting it. You always gotta check those books. You never know when we never know when you might get a recipe. So I guess maybe if we don't find a weapon shop, I guess we'll make those dragon swords. But for now, let's. Oh, went the wrong way. Supposed to go in this direction. Beyond this tunnel lies the field of discipline. Many would-be warriors have entered this sacred arena, trained their bodies and their minds. Now, Luminary, it is your turn. Welcome, Prince of Dundersill, to the field of discipline, where your ancestors trained to become mighty warriors and wise rulers. The High Lama awaits you within.
Beyond those doors lies the field of discipline, where students of Angri-La strive for enlightenment. Before we tread upon this hallowed ground, let me tell you a little of our history, and of the luminary of legend himself, Erdwin. Before setting out to defeat the Dark One, Erdwin came to our temple to learn from the Wise Ones, who made their homes here even then. The first Grand Master, i.e., accepted him as a disciple and trained him in the secrets of spiritual realization. But he did not train alone. During his time here, he met someone who would change his fate forever.
Who was this person?
Another of Ai Yi's disciples, a young mage whose talent outshone that of all who had come before. A man named Morkant.
Oh, is that
Erdwin and Morkant
Mordenkainen?
would train together every day, each striving to outstrip the other. Though they were fierce rivals, they became firm friends. When their training was complete, Morkant joined with Erdwin in his quest to slay the Dark One. Without Morkant's magic, he might never have prevailed.
Oh, did he become the Dark One now?
Before setting out, they carved an inscription into this stone, a pledge of eternal friendship. It has been a treasure of ours ever since.
Getting cracked up.
I have not heard the name before.
Now allow me to show you to the field of discipline, if you would be so good as to follow me.
It just seems like it seems very similar to Mordenkainen. Dark One. Plays the current Dark One. I don't know, maybe he betrayed his friend. And then like the dude, or maybe they both died. And his spirit became, they had a fight. They're not friends anymore. And then Erdrick, or what was his name? The first Luminary, I already forgot his name. He passed down his soul as the Warrior of Light, the Luminary, which has gone through many ages. And now we're the current one. And then the same thing happened with this friend. And that's Mordenkainen. That's just a guess. I'm only basing that because I'm only basing it off of the fact that their names are sort of similar.
Welcome to the field of discipline. Since the age of heroes, many a would-be warrior has spilt sweat and blood upon these flagstones. If your karma had been different, this is where you would have trained under Grand Master Pang, like all the princes of Dundrasil before you. I have brought you here so that you might stand in the footsteps of your ancestors. An unbroken line leading all the way back to the Age of Heroes. Even your grandfather, Lord Robert, completed his training here. The memory of his achievements shall live long in the temple's memory.
His achievements?
Pang was a harsh master. With this implement, disciples whose efforts were lacking were given motivation, directly to their fundament. It became known as the Naughty Stick.
Now, that's the same
During the
stick
course
as
of his
the
6
person who's
years of
training Rab.
tuition, your grandfather's right honourable posterior was paddled an unprecedented 10,000 times. The tale of Lord Robert's road to enlightenment lives on to this day.
Oh,
Every disciple
Lord
knows
Robert.
that he must focus at all times, lest he face the same fate.
Oh, that's Rab.
A legendary achievement indeed.
You are worried for your grandfather, yes? Do not be. Lord Robert overcame every challenge set for him by the Grand Master, and emerged stronger every time. The fall of the World Tree would not have been enough to extinguish one so resilient. He is alive. I sense it. Tonight there will be a modest feast in the High Hall to celebrate your long-awaited arrival. We would be greatly honored if you would join us. We may not be able to aid you as we would have done were Master Pang still with us, but in this respect at least, we can provide.
That night, the High Lama holds a banquet in Gamora's honor. The long-suffering disciples are overjoyed to have an evening's respite from their training and eat, drink, and dance till the early hours. Then morning comes. So is that a different person training Rab?
Awake at last, hmm?
Or is the
It
Grandmaster
is
not
high
really
time
dead?
we were on our way. If the Grand Master was still alive, perhaps we might have learned something to help us in our fight against the Lord of Shadows. Sadly, it was not to be.
I guess no training from anybody else. The Grandmaster is the only person who can train us? Alright, so what are we supposed to do? Head outside. Can do. Well, I just noticed we have 20,000 gold. Let's hit the bank first. Ah, Luminary, I trust you slept well last night. His Holiness awaits you outside. Seems he is keen to wish you luck on the next stage of your journey. He had said he intended to speak with you alone, but I hear raised voices coming from the other side of the door. What could be happening out there, I wonder? Is it going to be Rab, the Grandmaster? Serena? Veronica?
And the Hermit, what news of him?
Or just some nobody?
Forgive us, Your Holiness. The monsters on the mountain path were too strong. We were unable to reach him.
I see.
Your Holiness, is there a problem?
Yes, Sir Hendrik. I fear there is. You see, 2 weeks ago a hermit visited us, unannounced, then just as suddenly departed for the top of the mountain.
Alone? Whatever for?
That I do not know. The moment he heard that Master Pang had passed away, he ran from the temple. He was last seen climbing the path to the summit. The mountain has become infested with monsters, emboldened and strengthened by the rise of the Lord of Shadows. It is a perilous place indeed.
There's no way they're talking about Rab. He kind of looks like a
This
hermit.
being so, I dispatched a group of disciples to return him to safety. As you can see, things did not go quite as planned.
I have trained all my life for a moment such as this, and yet I have failed in my first true test. I have brought shame upon Angri-La.
Might we be able to offer some assistance?
I thank you for your kindness, but you are guests here. I cannot ask you to undertake such a dangerous task.
A knight of Heliodor does not abandon an innocent in need. These people have shown us great kindness. It is only right that we do them a kindness in return. Would you not agree?
Hmm. I wonder. I don't get this. Like, why do they give you a choice on this? Something tells me like you really have no other option.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart, but I cannot allow you to bear this burden alone. I shall come with you.
Oh, that's not something I expected.
We must depart for the summit of Mount Panglai without delay. After exiting the temple, we will take the path to the east in order to begin our ascent.
I wonder if you can fight. The path to the top of the mountain lies to the east as you exit the temple. Be very wary. There are many fearsome creatures lying in wait there. Okay. Before we leave, let's our full health. Oh, there's a quest here. It's a first in a long time. If one loses the will to win, one is already lost. Whether one emerges from battle in triumph or defeat depends not on one's skill with the sword or one's magical might, but upon one's will to win. No matter how powerful one's opponent, one must clear one's mind of all doubt and devote oneself entirely to overcoming the challenge. The challenge they present. It's the first teachings of Angela. We disciples train day after day to master this mindset. Perhaps our teachings might aid you in your battles to come. Would you like to experience our training for yourself? This particular lesson involves defeating a mighty monster using a certain pep power. Will you accept the challenge? Sure. That's something we have to do right now. Good. You have the spirit of a true disciple. I sense that you have braved the battlefield countless times before and performed the dance of death with many a foul fiend. For this trial, I would have you slay one of the boreal serpents that haunt the paths of Mount Panglay during the day and hide themselves away at night. They are fearsome foes indeed. And not only that, you must use the pep power blaze of glory before felling the fiend. This skill vastly increases one's attack might at the expense of defense. It encourages one to eliminate all thoughts of defeat from one's mind and concentrate entirely on offense. Okay, what's this all about? Message from the High Lama. Disciples of Angela, no doubt the events of recent days have come to a shock, but I urge you to not lose hope. Let us honor the memory of our falling master by devoting ourselves wholly to our training. The wheel of time is always turning, but with good karma we may speed her soul's progress back to the light. I thought there was a bank. Was it on the first floor? Yes, it was. Here we go. We got 13,000. Now we have 33,000. Right. And then back upstairs to save. I think I'm going to hold off on making weapons. If we run into some trouble, or we might benefit from like stronger weapons, I think I'll do it. But as of now, probably not a good idea to waste weapons or waste materials. Let's just do what we have to do. All right, so I think we started the episode here, and I think we're gonna end the episode here. Now, this is one of those episodes, I think I mentioned it in the middle of this episode somewhere, that, cliffhangers are just as hard for me to stop from wanting to watch. Like, I know, like, you watch a TV show and there's a cliffhanger, then you really want to watch the next episode because, you're obviously really interested. And, then you end up staying until like staying awake until 6 in the morning. Same thing happens when you're playing a game you've never played before. Now, I was thinking of just, taking it easy tonight and calling off the stream and recording another day, but I think I got to do another episode. So even though I have a perfect stop, I just saved it. I could stop right now. But I think I'm going to continue on with another episode, which is going to be the next episode you guys watch. So be sure to check it out. Thanks for watching, and hey, you're in my way. Have a good day.